for being here. Whether you are a parent of a fifth grader who's just getting the band experience for the first time, or the parent of a graduating senior, or alumnus, as I see so many of you out there, you are all part of the Carroll band family. And it's a pretty special group, to say the least. And for the last 26 years, right, the Carroll band family has been led by Mr. Carl Suchek. So when Carl came to me in the fall and he said, you know, I think it's time. I think it's time for me to do something a little different, give a little more time to my family and just change some things up. I was completely devastated, as I'm sure many of you were. And I thought, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? But there's a couple good news things that came out of that. Number one is Carl's not leaving us completely. I found a position within the school, and Carl's going to help me in a lot of different ways and help the larger Carroll community. So he's still with us. Will be next year. And we've got a great replacement in Brooke Bivens, and her husband Carter will be taking over the band next year. So we're very, very excited about it. So once I recovered from my trauma of the news, I started to think about what could be a cool way for Carl to leave us from the band. Those of you who are a certain age, like myself, you might remember a 1995 movie called Mr. Holland's Opus, where at the very end of the movie, Mr. Holland, who'd been a band director for a long time at school, put together this piece. I don't know what an opus is, but I think it's something to do with music. And all of these alumni came back and they put this amazing performance on. And I said, you know, Carl, would you be willing maybe to put a piece together for us at the end of the year, maybe play it at the last mass, things like that? He said, that would be awesome. And so, folks, tonight, you're going to get to see Mr. Suchek's opus. All right? So, without further ado, I'm going to turn things over to Carl. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt. Definitely appreciate the kind words. It's obviously bittersweet for me. So the end of our program here is not just that piece, but also a couple other ones that we love. And you all know that this is the 250th birthday of America, of course, coming up in July. And so, of course, we're honored to choose a couple of pieces that honor patriots. The first of which is this first one, Nathan Hale Trilogy. And Mrs. Bivens and I are both going to conduct, it's a 3-movement piece, which typically in the band world means don't applaud until the end, but please, by all means, applaud each movement because they're unique enough and very cool. There's a fast one, a slow one, and then the final fast one that Mrs. Bivens is going to conduct when we kind of metaphorically pass the baton. But it's just really cool. It's a piece that I've done a million times through the course of my career, which is about 10% of the age of the country, almost. Kind of makes me feel old. But very proud to put this together for y'all. And we, of course, have some alumni. Stand up, alumni, please, if you've joined us. For these folks that are still playing their instruments to be able to perform this last several numbers with us. So without further ado, the Archbishop Carroll High School Symphonic Band. This isn't the song, by the way. Thanks for your patience.